Welcome back. We've spent the last couple of minutes speaking with an entrepreneur and CEO, Jet Van Automobile Limited, Tobi Ajayi, and of course, he's still in the house with us. Thanks for staying with us.
Welcome.
So let me ask you, would you describe your story as that of grace or luck? Which would you say worked for you?
Grace. Grace. It's been the grace of God. Of course, there's been a lot of planning to it. A lot of planning, you know. Like I told you earlier, I strategize a lot, you know, but you can plan, but God needs to approve. So it's been grace. It's been grace.
No, so at that kind of young age, your brand is a luxury brand, and you know that it's not something that most Nigerians will wake up and pick up. How was it that you had so much faith in it that you were willing to leave a paid job to start up, you know? How did that go? Okay,
well, I wouldn't lie to you. I actually believed in it. I never doubted it for once. But when months to my resignation, when I spoke to some people I respect so much in the auto industry about my decision, they felt I was crazy. They thought it was a very, very bad decision. I remember a lot of people telling me that you have a good career, you're the head of vans, you have a paid job, you resume 8, close 5, do your job, go home. Now you want to take on the responsibility of a whole company, the pressure of feeding yourself, feeding a lot of people, you know. If the company doesn't sell, you're out of, you know, it was, I started to maybe think about it. I went back home, I prayed, I thought about it deeply again, you know, and I just felt it was the right thing.
So you are young, you're unmarried. How do you manage the women?
Grace of God.
You need grace for that too.
Yeah, you need grace of God. It's difficult, to be honest. If I need to be honest, it's difficult. It's quite difficult, but it's just the grace of God. We, you know, just thinking about the bigger picture.
I'm seeing this very funny expression on your face.
Yeah, because I'm just remembering some things, you know. But don't worry, I'll get married soon, very soon, very, very soon. I think I know I'm going to get married, so I'm going to get married very soon.
All right, let's talk about the automobile industry in Nigeria now. Over the years, you know, I think the last time we had it good was maybe like in the 80s when we had Peugeot Automobile Limited, Nigeria, here in Nigeria. We had Volkswagen, and the likes. And they had vibrant businesses here in Nigeria. Sometimes in the 1990s, they started packing up one after the other. And when we look around now, you can hardly find, you know, any vibrant industry. What do you think the problem is?
I'll be very honest with you. I wouldn't sugarcoat it. The problem is inconsistency in the policies the government dish out. And the insufficient or lack of in the enforcement of even the policies that are good and they're a little bit consistent. Now, we have, for example, I'll give you an example. You say, okay, like the new auto policy, which I think happened then, that was what brought, that was why PAN and the rest in the 70s, you know, survived. They tried to bring it up again, but I was invited for a conference. The Honorable Minister of Trade and Investment was there, and a lot of people were there then, the previous administration, and even this new administration. And the very important people in the auto industry, like the chairman of Ajayis, the chairman, the MD of Toyota Nigeria, a lot of people, chairman of Westa, and CEO, they explained what they wanted, you know, like, if you want this is
if you want
how,
to thrive in industry.
Yeah, this is how it should go. And from what I know, they did not follow through with it, you know. They didn't follow through with it. We need power first. We need power. We need steel. We need local industries. We need people who can produce some, like batteries.
Tires.
Yeah, maybe just even little things, electric, we don't have them. You need to fix those problems first, before you can say you want to start doing this. Then secondly, about the inconsistent policies, nobody is sure that, when you start this auto policy and you increase tariffs to discourage people, some people are feeling that the government is going to turn back, just the way they turned back in 1970 or something. They're going to turn back. So government needs to ensure that people trust them.
The automobile industry in South Africa is responsible for 6% of their GDP, provides that. And of course, gives a lot of people jobs. I think about 300,000 people are working in that industry. How do we begin to move in that direction? When do you think we are going to get there?
Okay, I'll tell you now. The first thing, we have to take it step by step. The first thing is provide power. Now, when you provide power, the auto industry in Nigeria is also very big. It's one of the biggest sectors of the Nigerian economy. Now, and it provides a lot of job also. But it is we are more resellers.
More like a sales outlet.
Exactly, sales outlets. That's the thing.
We don't even have assembly plants like that.
Yeah. Yes. So if Nigerians are very resourceful, Nigerians are very, very, very hardworking. So if we get the power sorted, I'm sure a lot of our problems are solved. Now, you get the power sorted, you find a way to either recycle steel or produce steel in the country.
Mining.
Yes.
We could do something with our mining.
Then you call then it gives companies like us and other people in the industry the leverage to call technical partners in Europe and Asia and even America to come to Nigeria and see what we have. That okay, you can bring your assembly plant here, and we can do this together, like it's done in South Africa, like you mentioned.
So normally after money, there's a quest for power. So are you going to be trying for, political office anytime soon? Would you be going in that direction?
Okay. First things first. Most people who know me, most of my friends and close ones know that I like money, but I don't want to be the richest man in the world. That's not really what I want to do, honestly. I want to be very comfortable. I want to be successful. I want to live in the best places. I want to go to the best places for vacation. I want to be able to buy anything I want to buy without thinking twice, no doubt. But it's not to just be the richest man on the block, or something. That's not my dream. Actually, is to have a legacy. Have a legacy. That drives most of my decisions, most of the things that I do. I want to be remembered 500 years from now. I don't know if it's possible, but that's what I want to do. So 500 years from now, they should talk about Tobi Ajayi. Oh, did this, he did that. I have a plan with some other people to start an auto company also in Nigeria, where we'll produce made in Nigeria vehicles, and I actually plan to do it in a very different way that people would buy it, not because it is a Nigerian, not because they are being patriotic, but because it's the best they can get for the price, So, so why am I doing that? Because I just want to be able to impact on the society. It gives me joy when I'm able to make people see things differently, make people happy. So for that reason, I don't really want to go into politics. I would like to just continue to be a businessman till...
So lastly, let me ask you one thing that you know about yourself that a lot of people do not know, but you would like to share.
I didn't see that coming.
jam question.
Well, I think people may not know. I think I can be very soft. Yeah, I can be very soft.
Okay, like
I can be very soft. Most people don't know that. Most people think I'm
made of steel.
Yeah, tough. But I can be. In fact, most times I can be. That's why I try to maybe withdraw sometimes when I see that I might be soft here and I might not make the right decision being soft, but I can be soft. So that's why I try to avoid it. So that's I just told you a secret now.
Really?
Yeah.
All right. Thank you very much for coming on the program. We have been speaking with the CEO, Managing Director, CEO of Jetvans Automobile Limited, to Oluwatobi Ajayi. And of course, he's been letting us into his world and the world of automobiles in Nigeria. Thank you very much for coming on the show again.
You're welcome.
And thank you so much for watching the show, viewers. Remember, you can keep up with us by sending your mails to the Sunday Interview at tvcnews.tv. We will be waiting to hear from you. Thanks again for watching. I'm Jokeli Jad. We'll see you again next time. Bye for now.